President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to address the nation at 8 o'clock tonight. For what to expect, we're joined by SABC News Political Editor Mzwandile Mbeje. Mzwa, good evening to you and welcome. We were joking with Zai a little bit earlier on that some people are packing their bags, preparing for that sort of announcement as the rumor mill goes, but we don't trade in humor. Obviously, there's some serious things that he could potentially talk to us about tonight. What are you hearing?
Absolutely. I mean, a very good evening to the viewers out there. You know, if you're a politician and are aware of your surroundings, you do what they call, Iman, you seize the moment. Right now, the country is on a happy note. The country is facing challenges at the same time. And what do? We have just completed one of the magnificent victories as the nation, the Springboks. I mean, the president was there. Everyone was happy. Why don't you seize that moment and deal with some of the very pressing issues that we think he's going to be speaking about? Of course, we know our economy is not in the best of shapes. And then that is what he may want to speak about. We are hosting AGOA, you know, the Africa Growth Opportunities Act, that sort of trade arrangement or agreement with the U.S. where African countries would have preferential access to U.S. So some of those issues. So there are quite a number of issues that the president is likely to talk about. Yeah.
You know, what I'm liking is, I mean, you're foreshadowing this. And of course, we are in a euphoria. We are in a post-win sort of bubble, in a sense. You are expecting him to build on that momentum, not necessarily use this goodwill that we have to deliver some tough news, right?
Well, he could deliver some tough news laced with a bit of hope. And then, of course, given that we are in an excited mood, it may land very, very softly onto our ears. And then, of course, in the past few weeks, we've been hearing news that we are running out of cash. And that is scary because, I mean, if the country were to run out of cash, so, I mean, basically it's the collapse of the country. And then in the next, we are going to be having a medium-term budget policy speech in the next few days. So all those things, and the president would want to lay the ground to basically speak to us as the nation to say, actually, the country is still in the right direction, whatever challenges we are facing. So how this will work maybe for him is because he is speaking to generally very happy South Africans who will be like, okay, you promised us the holiday, but okay, we hear you, you know, kind of things like those.
Yeah. I mean, again, to become sort of deeply sober and serious, and a lot of people will be recovering this weekend after overindulging potentially. You know, you can't be seen also strategically to do something that is a subtraction from this moment of, you know, some people could say it's just a, you know, ferric sort of unity that we have. It's a mirage. It's not real. But the reality it is that people pull together over something, maybe to build on that and how we can work together as South Africans to take the next couple of steps, most critically, I imagine, on the economy and the economic question.
You know, one of the things that even our politicians, in fact, not even our only politicians, that South Africans have been saying is that for us to be able to confront these challenges that we are facing, we need to pull together because, I mean, our destiny is intertwined. So it doesn't matter if you are successful alone and then you leave me behind, somehow I'm going to try and catch up with you, legally or illegally. And those things would not work for both of us in the end. But if you realize that I need some assistance, I realize that there's something that you can offer, and then we work together, we will be able to. In fact, when you then build on this euphoric moment that we are having, we are saying, when South Africans stand together and unite, they are able to achieve something. How can you translate that into the challenges that we are facing? I mean, right now, I mean, load shedding is back. At some point, we were told that it's going away. And then it took just one cold front, and then everything is going back to normal. But I think that's what the president also would want to emphasize, to say, hey, yes, we have better capacity, we are managing it better. So there's a lot that he's going to say. And then, of course, on the sporting front, it's going well for now.
Yeah, again, trying to build on that. AGOA, you say, of course, kicking off this week, the MDB-TPS, the medium-term budget policy framework, that's also going to be released. We remember, of course, we've just also taken a World Bank loan not so long ago. So the economic imperatives loom large over South Africa. AGOA is expiring in 2025. Yes. We're looking for that to continue. We're fighting, essentially, a war on all fronts in economic terms in South Africa. Well, we don't want to guess. It's all happening at 8 o'clock, we understand. We're not expecting anything to change that, although we've been disappointed in the past in terms of timing. But
yeah, no, I think perhaps to be fair to them, at some point we also maybe didn't play along very well. I don't think there will be anything that perhaps will disturb us too much.
Okay.
And I know South Africans will be waiting to hear whether we'll get the holiday. You know, here's my take. It's absolutely unsolicited.
Yeah.
Unsolicited. You know, on the 16th of December, it's a public holiday.
Yes.
It's on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
I think the president can maneuver there. Either bring it on Friday or Monday. Just get to negotiate a bit. You can't do it now. There are exams. That's my thing. I don't know what he's thinking.
So we won't say this too loud between you and us, okay? 16th. Just write it down in the calendar. Mzwandile, thank you very much. Our political editor, just sharing with us what we could potentially be looking forward to tonight as the president addresses the nation at 8 o'clock. We'll carry it live for you here on the channel.